What's up, YouTube? We are waiting on some parts for the motor for the small block for the Falcon, so I'm waiting on that. In the meantime, I gotta fix this head gasket, so I'm gonna try and get this started so you guys can hear it first. It's gonna start and die a couple times on the initial start just because that head gasket is leaking. Feel it coming out right here. That's about it. I'm not trying to get it too hot, but popped head gasket, so how do you fix it? Basically, you're gonna have to start. I'm gonna pop the tanks off, drain the gas, pop the tanks off, pull the push rods, pull the intake, pull the front exhaust, and then dive right into it. All right, I got the gas draining over here. Let me pull the seat. Got a couple other things to fix on here. The speedo is broken. The needle's been bouncing around in there, as well as the speedo itself got loose. Put it off for a while. I think that's probably what caused the needle to snap. I got another Harley speedo laying around here somewhere. So we'll mess with that too. All sorts of things. I haven't worked on this bike in a long time. Well, I did the inner primary right before Tennessee, but in terms of little things, well, it was a major thing, I guess. But really, since I got the heads rebuilt on this, I was just riding it for the last 4 years. Some basic maintenance here and there, but nothing too challenging or too difficult. It's been really good in that regard. Alright, wiring. I think I put quick connects in here. Yeah, I did. Speed terminal there. There. And one light wire up top. I'm actually going to cut this only because... Oh, there it is. Never mind. I did think I had ground wire. Only other one I got here is the orange one. Oh, that works too. That's gonna have to get fixed later. Alright, and we are onto the tank, the upper mount, which holds that dash cover in. It would have been nice if this was on my chopper. Would have been a much faster fix. Two washers as spacers on the left side of the upper tank. The right side pulled in tight, didn't need any shims or spacers on that side. The worst part about doing this is just getting the tanks off. And waiting on gas to drain. I'm going to let that keep running down before I finish pulling the tanks, but in the meantime, I can jump around here and get some of the carb stuff off. I'm running a carb spacer, obviously, so carb spacer's mounted to the top of the motor. I'm just going to pull the whole thing off here. I'll leave the bracket on the cylinder. Choke cable's dangling already. And a throttle cable. Alright. Everything there. Run to the other side and pull those bolts out. Looks like my vacuum line or cap on this was dead too. That would explain some of the other hard start, cold, lean condition issues I was having. How we doing on gas here? Still draining. This couldn't have happened after I drained down most of the gas in the tank. Had to wait till I filled up to go riding for a day. We'll be back after the gas drains. Alright, tank's roughly drained. Might be some residual gas in there, but here's what it is. Not tipping the bike back over on its side. It would have been good to do that before I threw it up on the lift, but oh well. Normally I'd say it wouldn't matter, but gas is nice and cheap these days. full. Alright, vent tube on the crossover, or the crossover tube rather. Separate those. This is where I'm going to make a mess. One of these days, I'll know that it's going to make a mess and actually address that first instead of doing it and then reacting to the mess I just made. But, just kidding. I'll never learn. Down to a nice slow trickle so that can stay. On the tanks, you got 2 more bolts. I got the top one out already, which I might actually slide back in there here in a second, just to stabilize it. You don't want to drop them. Slap these together real quick. Then we got the one up front. One more right down here, behind the leaking gas. Right here on the lower tab, and there's 2 in between the tank. So, on the bottom I have lock washer. I don't remember how many spacers I got in between here. So hopefully none of these fall out. Most likely gonna have to reshim this at the end anyway. Okay. And the last 2 are the fun ones. In between the tank. Too small for a ratcheting, too small for a socket, so you get to do them by hand. Two big washers on the right side tank underneath here. Just gonna throw this bolt right back in so I don't lose them. These ones are fine thread if you're putting tanks on. They should be at least. Did have washers on that front tab. Now that it's loose, sounds like I had 2 down there. Alright, so 2 washers on the front, lower. Having this on video and saying that makes it a little bit easier when I put it together so I don't have to reshim it again from scratch. No spacers on this bottom one. Got that one kind of hooked. I got the vent tube up here that's also going to have to get separated. Just like that. Right side's off. Left side's off. Keep the bolts together real quick. Whenever I do a teardown, I like putting all the bolts right back where they came. Just makes assembly a lot easier. I might actually go through and try and shake some of the rust out of these tanks too. There's a lot in there now. Not a good idea to leave tanks on the ground either. It's easy to drop stuff, hit them, and stuff like that if you care about your paint. But now we got a wide open area to work on the actual bike. Let me put this up in the air and we'll be back.